Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Mujin Sapti and Supriyono from Program Studi Pendidikan Matematika Universitas Muhammadiyah Purworejo, Indonesia. Let me present our article, Educational Internship in High School During a Pandemic, Phenomenology of Learning Interaction. Our research have a rationale that the internship program is an important part and is a precondition for professional teacher preparation system. The Republic of Indonesia Law Number 14 of 205 mandates that teachers must have professional, pedagogical, personality, and social competencies in accordance with the fields of study and science they are engaged in. Educational internship are one form of independent campus activity that provides opportunities for students to gain work experience at school. And then, even in pandemic atmosphere, of campus learning activities must continue. The final result of the apprentice program or internship program is expected that pre-service teacher candidates are able to improve competence according to the law, develop curriculum content, develop learning quality and assess student learning outcomes, provide adequate teaching material, and provide learning facilities. But learning during a pandemic has different characteristics. Online learning, which has been almost 2 years, also causes boredom for students. This boredom can reduce their interest in interacting in learning process. So, this study intends to describe the experience of educational internship students in SMA or high school during pandemics in one of public high school in Purworejo Regency. How do internship students respond to the use of technology in preparing learning interaction as well as meaning understood by students in the internship process? We use the qualitative research type of phenomenology. We conducted in one of best ranked public high school in Purworejo Regency. The study conducted during COVID-19 pandemic. We have 7 informant from female students participant of internship, educational internship, and 7 senior high school teachers as supervisor in the educational internship program. We list in the table below. The object of the experience of interaction in the learning process of students with teachers and students using GMeet or G-Class. Data collection, use questionnaires and interview method for research subject and internships reports. To support the validity of the data, the researcher conducted interviews with the supervising teachers and with the subjects separately. The interviews was conducted using a U-meeting conference and recorded with the permission of the person concerned. During the internship process, researchers also monitor the progress and difficulties faced by participants during internship. Our data will use interpretative phenomenological analysis, namely reading and rereading, initial notes, developing emergent themes, searching for connection across 3 emergent themes, moving the next case, and looking for pattern across case. Step 1 to 3 generate themes using textual analysis, while step 4 to 6 produce a structural analysis. And then our research we have textual analysis and structural analysis. The table 1 is textual analysis to emerging theme. This is an example, only one example. We have a subject that emerging theme, and then a transcript we get from our interview with GM, subject GM, and our interview with supervising teachers. They give us an exploratory commentary about our intern. And the second is example data of structural analysis, table 2, intern reflection after an educational internship. We give them a questionnaire. We ask them to make a reflection about skills you already have, skill you don't have, and skill you should have. And this is example data of reflection after an educational internship. And then our discussion, we have 4 discussion, experience and internalization. The first is media. The media includes the use of technology in learning, both as a container and a tool. The media used by the school are Google Classroom or GCR, Google Meets, Gmeets, PowerPoint, both voice and not voice, and learning video. Using it general is not a problem. Students have used IT in learning by using GCR, Gmeet, Gform, and WhatsApp social media as discussion forum. Only one intern had difficulties at the beginning because they had never used the media or technology before. In the end, she was still able to master the tools for learning with the help of the supervising teachers. In this case, the support from the supervising teachers become a very valuable experience for our interns. The second our discussion is interaction. Online communication using both Gmeet and GCR is not effective. The role of media or technology is not enough to bridge the interaction. This is where the ability to just the use technology with the delivery of message in the form of content knowledge is often called technological, pedagogical content knowledge, or we call it TPEC. TPEC knowledge is knowledge about how to facilitate learning on certain materials that combine pedagogic and technological approach. TPEC is something that teachers and prospective teachers need to pay attention to in order to improve their professional abilities. Also, knowledge of TPEC has potential to help teachers solve problems regarding to the integration information technology into teaching and learning activities. Now we the third experience and internalization about strategy. Interns need to emulate the fast pace and ever-changing contemporary school environment with this complex system influenced by external and internal force. This imitation strategy seems to be used by interns when they start the internship process, from planning, preparing, and how to give assignment. This imitation cannot be done immediately, but must take into account certain situations and characteristics. Interns also imitate the teacher's strategy after making mistakes. So, the supervising teachers provide instruction for students to follow or imitate. Because students are aware of their weakness, as we see in table 2, this imitation helps students in carrying out the main task and function of the teacher. And now we come to the conclusion. During the internship process, we have three main themes felt by educational interns, namely the use of media or information technology, which must be supported by mastery of pedagogy. The use of various media is not enough to strongly elicit appropriate response in learning. Imitation strategies must consider certain characteristics, but the supervision of the supervising teacher supports imitation works well. This research is expected to be a consideration for design of educational internship in order to bridge the professional abilities of a prospective teacher. Thank you very much. From us, Mujim Sakti and Supriyono.